I can already sense the future. It's not looking pretty. Depends on 507. Please, don't let it be, Mashima. For a chapter like this sure was a fun one, even though the ending will get you a little bit. Just perhaps the next chapter will be something that's gonna be a different twist. Let's talk about this chapter itself, 506, which is actually a fun chapter when it comes to the action, and as well as have a good moment in the very beginning with the aftermath of Makarov's sacrifice. If anything, this chapter is rather straightforward, as most of the chapter is all out brawl between Natsu and Gray, though there were good moments beforehand. The reaction for Makarov's death was done nicely, as Mavis actually recalled the day she named them. So it's like a sad circle. She was there for his beginning as well as for his end. But I really like that small detail they had to input there. Laxus actually got an input, and the look of his face was easy to tell that he was sad, but know that it's not over yet. The war will continue and they have to get back on their feet. Rarely we see him in a sincere look, so this was a nice added touch. I would have liked for him to have a monologue or any last bidding farewell for him, though perhaps if and only if Makarov remains dead and the aftermath will have these characters to reflect upon the event, then I can excuse it. As the background of the battle between Natsu and Gray is based on misunderstanding, so it's not a strong reason. However, the action itself was fun. The exchange between the two were pretty decent on how they are carefully utilizing their best assets at the right timing. Despite the formality of a shonen rival battle, like shouting out their names, I understand some will argue about the power level. It's like why Gray is equal to Natsu, but I'll cut them a break since Natsu is not completely consumed by N. You only got a partial, and I don't even know if N is supposed to be like a different person or it's just a whole new power completely that is all full of darkness. Plus, it has a nice sequence of combat. I enjoy the battle, though it could change by the ending, and I wish the reason was more stronger than it is now. The art was nicely illustrated with the heavy action moments. They were clear, has a good tense feeling despite of what may resulted in. The facial expressions were also done well. Laxus showing a remorse in a convincing way, as well as showing Natsu and Gray anger, how much they look like they really want to kill each other. Even the last couple of pages were drawn really well. Yes, I guess I have to get to that moment, do I? Before the end of the chapter, I knew right away that fans is going to be irate and it's going to get worse by next week, and that's because at the end of the chapter, Erza actually steps in and stops both Gray and Natsu attack. The reason for Erza is getting all this treatment is because this is possibly Mashima's way of pushing her strong before going against Irene. That's not bad, but unfortunately she's the character that has done way too many of a powerhouse showcase, so it's old, and her stopping both Natsu and Gray may be another case. This is something that we already seen many times. She lost her 5 senses and she still overcome that. I understand the emotional drive that she has to go through with Makarov's death, and it works, yet it is iffy to see her to come across once again. Not to mention what could lead to can make this really awkward for audience who has been anticipated for this battle, even with a petty reason. I don't know if we gain anything if the battle ends here, though Erza's hands are messed up, but if she dare to fight Irene and win, wow. Anyway, time will tell, but this is something I should wait before jumping to any conclusion. This is something that I am worried, to be honest with you, because it could lead to something very cliche, something that is very redundant from the past fairy tales moments that we already understand that Erza can do this and that. I'm just a little bit concerned, but I'm gonna be very optimistic, seriously optimistic for the next chapter. This chapter, however, was fun to see the action that I wish there was more, and the beginning was a nice sentimental moments from the guild. I am worried about the next chapter, as I said many times, because of the usual fairy tale development, but I will hold my thoughts until next time. I just know the fans are ready to go irate. Chapter 506 gets a 7. I know somebody would like to say, man, I wish I was blinded like you. That's harsh, but I have read comments like that, and that is harsh. The point is, I'm just gonna be open-minded and see how the execution works. It's funny because I was ready for Lucy and Juvia to stop their love interest pretty much, to stop the battle between each other, but now it's like Erza has to step in because she's Erza. I'm ready for anything for next week. I'm too prepared for anything that happens with Fairy Tail. My thoughts are told. Don't let yours on hold. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.